Hello students, the topic for discussion is 8255 modes of operation. Here 8255 is a programmable peripheral interface device which is used to interface input-output devices with microprocessors. So here we are going to discuss the various modes of operations of 8255. 8255 has two modes. One is bit set reset BSR mode, second input output mode. Further, input output mode is divided into three modes: mode 0, mode 1 and mode 2. Here first BSR mode is bit set reset mode. Generally it is used for port C and no effect on input output modes. The input output mode is divided into mode 0, mode 1 and mode 2. Mode 0 is basically simple input output mode and all the ports are used as input or output modes. Mode 1 is handshake mode. Here port A and port B can be programmed as a input or output ports, and port C will be used for handshaking purpose. In mode 2, mode A is programmed as a bidirectional port and port B can be used as either input mode or output mode. Before going to discuss the modes into detail, here first we are going to discuss the control word of 8255. Basically, control word is stored, 8-bit word is stored in control register, which defines the mode of operation of 8255. What function 8255 will perform, it will be decided by the control word written in control register, 8-bit register, by the microprocessor. So it stores control register store the control word which specify an input output function for each port, and this register can be accessed to write a control word when A0 and A1 are at logic 1. And in previous video we have discussed that both the pin A0 and A1 will be used to select control word register. So when A0, A1 has 1, 1, the control register will be selected and the control word will be written by the microprocessor into this control register, which will define the function of 8255. So here we have control word structure. It is 8-bit control word. Here D7 represents the mode. If it is 1, then it will specify input output mode. If it is 0, then it is BSR mode represent. Next, if it is D7 is 1, then from D6 to D0 will determine the input output function in various modes. As pin 4, pin D3, D4 and D5, D6 will decide the group A, in which port A and port C upper will be selected. D0, D1, D2 will decide for group B, in which port B and port C lower will be selected, and it will select the mode for ports. So as we can see, pin D6 and D5 together will make the mode selection, whether it is mode 0, mode 1 and mode 2. For group A, D4 will select the port A, whether it is working as input port or output port. If D4 has 1, then port will work as an input port, otherwise it will work as output port. D3 will select for a port C upper, whether it will work as input or output port. Same as D0 will select for port C lower. D1 will select port B as an input port or output port, and D2 will select whether the port will be in input mode 0 mode or 1 mode. Mode 0 as a simple input output mode, or mode 1 as a handshake mode. So first we discuss BSR mode, that is bit set reset mode, which is generally used for port C. Here D7, the value of D7 is 0 for BSR mode, and D4, D5, D6 will be don't care. Here D1, D2, D3 will select which port C pin will be set or reset. So these 3 pin will select whether pin 0, pin 1, pin 2 or pin 3 of port will be selected. And for the selected pin of port C, whether it will be set or reset, this is decided by D0. So BSR mode can set or reset port C pin individually. Next mode is mode 0, that is simple input output mode. In this mode, all the ports, port A, port B and port C, can be set as input or output port. So here in this mode 0, port A and port B will act as two 8-bit ports, and port C will act as two 4-bit ports. Because it is for simple input output transfer, so no handshaking and interrupt capability in this mode. Mode 1. Mode 1 is handshaking mode. So for mode 1, before data transfer, some handshaking will be done. So only port A, port B can be programmed as input port or output port, and port C will be used for handshaking purpose. So handshake signal are 3 pins for port C are used for handshaking and interrupt control. And handshaking signals are exchanged between processor and peripheral prior to the data transfer. Any device which communicates to 8255, first it will send handshake signals, or whenever a processor or 8255 wants to communicate with the output device, then it will send some handshaking signal prior the data transfer. Then data transfer will be done, and then acknowledgement signals will also be sent. Mode 2 is bidirectional mode. In this mode, port A is bidirectional port And we can use the buses as bidirectional buses, and 5 lines from port C, 4 lines from C upper and 1 from port C lower will be used for handshaking purpose. And only port A can be programmed into bidirectional mode, and C port can be used for interrupt or handshaking purpose. So this is all about modes of 8255. So mainly it has 2 modes, bit set reset mode and input output mode. Bit set reset mode is for port C, in which each bit of port C can be set or reset. And another mode, input output mode, which is also divided into 3 modes: mode 0, mode 1 and mode 2. Mode 0 is simple mode, in which each port A, port B, port C, can be programmed as in simple input or output ports. Port 1 is handshaking port. So whenever in mode 1, port A and port B can be programmed as an input output port, and port C will be used for handshaking purpose. In this, whenever a data transfer will occur, prior or later, the handshaking signals will be sent. And mode 2 is bidirectional mode, in which only port A can be programmed as a bidirectional port, and port C can be used for handshaking purpose. Port B cannot be programmed in mode 2. Port B can be programmed only in mode 0 or mode 1. So this is all about modes of 8255 and control word of 8255. Thank you.